It's week 14 of the 2024 season. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jets and the Dolphins. Coming up next.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. Well, the Jets come out with Aaron Rodgers. Of course, all the buildup in 2023, it lasted all of 4 snaps. But the man is a legend. The Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler. Greg, his 20th NFL season.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Davante Adams. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a receiver, Allen Lazard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Lazard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He gets this complete, finding Adams.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Following the completion, we'll get a... for an injured player. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get about 5. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York. That his first touchdown this year. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and through. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. Austin Jackson, the former first-rounder, guilty there. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tua. That is caught right side by Beckham.
Complete to number 3, Odell Beckham. 12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and
1. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion comes Beckham. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
1st down, New York.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not.
He is in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
extra point try now for Zurlon. The kick is good. And the Jets will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zurline is out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
We are through one. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua going to give it to Achane. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
He was brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 3. That brings up 3rd and 12.
In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. That's into the hands of Xavier Gipson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, it's Davis. Much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. Play action. Tagovailoa. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A run up the middle with Achane. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Once again, it's Achane. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Third and long. Here's Tua. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. The throw on the run is complete. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rodgers. He's got it at the 7. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Jets. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Now a first down throw for Tua. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. And now you hold your breath when you see this. That's Tua, who's in some obvious discomfort. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff is going to get a chance to look him over during the break. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll run with Achane. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Rodgers going up top again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes Thomas Morstead. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the pistol, here's Achane. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Downfield, got a man, and he's got it.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. And And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Rodgers now. Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Back to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Pass caught right side by Conklin.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
1st and goal, New York.
They'll run, it's Hall. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. He slams it in there, and he is in. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A quick throw here, taken by Odell. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Here's Etienne. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be 2nd and long. Hill brought in motion. Fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pressured, gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
From the gun, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They will run it over center with Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. There, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 30-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A shotgun snap for Tua. To the outside, that's caught by Hill. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete, but now a marker comes flying in late behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here?
Automatic 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Tua gonna throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now it's Tua. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Third and long. Back to throw is Tua. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play, and I think that's going to be holding on the offense. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Throwing, Thompson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the right side with Hall. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
Travis now on 1st and 10. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Ready. Down.
On 2nd down, it's Travis. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll come up with nothing there. Just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. A carry here for Allen. And he's into the end zone. Braylon Allen. Touchdown, New York. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Zuerlein's kick, up and good. And the Jets stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd down and 3. Here's 2. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. You'll find Mostert out of the backfield.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Again, it's Tua. To the sideline, Waddle grabs it.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. He'll get this one out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
Throwing again, it's Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
3rd and long. And here's Tua. That is caught right side by Beckham. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A tight end in motion now. Here comes Allen. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.